We live in Jefferson, Iowa. It's a small town on Highway 30 between Carroll and Boone. Small community, close-knit community. Great place to raise kids.
We are a pretty close family. We spend a great deal of time together doing things. We first noticed Reid was having some issues. You know, I don't know that we really realized that we had a major problem.
Well, Reid has had enlarged calves since he was little. Walks up on his toes.
We took him to a podiatrist. You know, they tried some things, stretching, some strengthening, and that really never took.
A couple weeks into physical therapy, the physical therapist knew there was something else going on. And told us that when we went back to the podiatrist that we would really like to see a neurologist.
And we got there, and he immediately came back and said he suspected that Reid had muscular dystrophy. And at that time, you know, he had a couple doctors that he tried to get us into, and he was really hoping to get us into University of Iowa hospitals and Dr. Matthews.
Dr. Matthews, again, I believe she did some tests, tested his strength, that kind of thing. She told us what she thought it was.
So we went through the list of possible causes of weakness and started doing the diagnostic testing and came to a diagnosis of Becker muscular dystrophy.
Well, originally, once his diagnosis was made, as a parent, you want to do something to help. His diagnosis was one that there was nothing we could do as parents to help. We couldn't make him better.
So dealing with muscular dystrophy has a lot of ups and downs. We come to a diagnosis and usually that's a very difficult time for families. And then there's a long time when things kind of plateau and we don't see a lot of physical changes. About the time of adolescence though, children are often losing the ability to walk or to run and keep up with their peers. Reid is a great kid. He has the same ambitions that most kids his age have and spends a lot of time at school. So some of our time is spent talking about what things are going on at school and what things might be challenging and how can we overcome some of those challenges.
You know, when you have a relationship built up with someone or a group, you walk in, they not only know who you are and what's going on with you, but they talk to you like you're part of your family.
They ask him how school's going and what's going on in his life.
Being part of an academic center, our families have access to research opportunities that they wouldn't get elsewhere. And we're watching for each one of our patients for opportunities that they can participate in. And we're often very much a part of the clinical trials and research that advances their patient care as well as the understanding of the disease that might lead to future treatments.
I think everybody in the field is very hopeful that we will be able to offer young men with this group of disorders more specific treatment than we are able to offer now. So that's my hope for Reid.
I hope that we're able to progress to a point where, you know, his muscle degradation continues to diminish and that his life will be extended, that he can make a positive imprint in the world in the future.
You know, it's not how long you live, it's what you do while you're living, and the legacy that you leave. So I want him to be happy and proud, doing something he loves. And we're encouraging him to get there.